Audit the Fed Bill. On Twitter. Bunkerblast is the ID. Twitter.com/bunkerblast. Now, this show is going to be slightly different. I'm going to read this statement from an organization that is assisting to auditing is trying to push forward a bill to audit the Federal Reserve. And those of you who are in the know on this issue know that it is an essential issue, that we need to do this in order to help turn things around in this country. So I'm going to read this statement because I can't say it any better than this gentleman has right here. Here we go. The House Bill H.R. 1207, sponsored by Ron Paul, has a spectacular 307 co-sponsors, all the Republican reps, and well over 100 Democratic reps, yet it languishes in the Financial Services Committee because Barney Frank, good old honest Barney from the Democratic National, but Barney Frank wants it to. He says he wants the bill to pass, but he wants to make it a part of regulatory reform package. But we all know that the reforms that are talking about to give the Fed more power and control over all financial sectors, even controlling executive pay at private companies. I've talked about this before. We need Congress members to demand that the bill moves forward on its own. We need to contact our congressperson and tell them to push this to a vote and not to include it in any other legislation. We want real transparency in the Federal Reserve System. In the Senate, we have a respectable 30 co-sponsors out of 100 for Bernie Sanders' version, S604. It is essentially the same bill as the House. We know the Senate is a harder nut to crack as they are not up for re-election every 2 years. They don't have to pretend to listen to the constituents. Here's the immediate threat for the Senate. Jeff Merkley, Democrat from Oregon, and Bob Corker, Republican from Tennessee, they're all in this together, have introduced the Federal Reserve Accountability Act in an attempt to kill H.R. 1207 S604 by passing a bill that prevents full audit and full transparency. We need to contact our senators and tell them we want real transparency, not this watered-down version. This does not have a bill number yet. We need to be all over this. Demand that they support S604, and let's stop this new bogus bill cold. There's huge bipartisan support from all corners of the political landscape. The House Financial Services Committee has had a hearing 3 weeks ago. One piece of info that came out that the Congress members have been deluged with messages of support for a full audit, both when they were at home and at town hall meetings and in D.C. It's easy to let it slide after making calls for a while. We know contacting them makes a huge difference, and there are serious threats to both bills right now. We need to be hammering home this message. So call your congresspeople, call your senators right now. The bill numbers are H.R. 1207 and S604, and get these things rammed through. That's it for me for today. Check out freedombugger.com for more like this, and until next time, don't forget to think freedom.